God bless you, global Christian friends. God bless you, American. God bless the American government. God bless the military. Thou shalt be dumb. My God, my God. Behold, thou shalt be dumb. If the words of angels were steadfast, if the words of angels were steadfast. Now, since you did not believe my prophecy, Gabriel is telling Zechariah. Zechariah means Yahweh remembered. Gabriel means strong man of God. So put those two together from that perspective and see who's going to be made dumb. The one that remembered or the strong man of God who's able to stand before God. And he is sent. That's the bad part about it. God sent his word. He sent his angel. He sent the representative. Look, I don't mean to humble. What did God say? My word shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish. Now, you want to be made dumb in the process, that's up to you. But thou shalt be dumb who walk in all the commandments and ordinance of God blameless, and you shall be dumb. Think about that. Who's got that kind of power to cut down that kind of an activity with God? Walking before and all that's found in verse 6. I don't mean to hum, but it says there, they were both righteous before God. Wait a minute. And you're going to be cut down dumb. You know how come? Because you're looking from the perspective of the human. When there's a higher up, that of the angels. And there's one even higher than that, of the sons. But because you don't understand that which is higher up, you're righteous, it says, before God. I just read that in 6th verse. Walking in all the commandments and ordinance of God and of the Lord blameless, yet you're going to be what? Struck dumb? Think about that. Having such a testimony and being struck dumb by an angel that stand before God. That's his testimony. I stand before God, and you shall be dumb. Not only shall be dumb, but you shall not be able to speak until the day that these things shall be performed. Kind of like Elijah. It ain't gonna rain till I say so. Shut the heavens up. It ain't gonna rain until the day that I say so. Understand these things out there across the world. Read and understand, pastors, by all means. Saints, by all means. When you read that they encamped around about the saints and destroyed the saints, when you read that the saints grew weak, I mean, who is dumb but my servant, the Bible said. Here's a prime example. Who is dumb but my servants? Blind. I got to say it. Dogs that cannot bark. I had to admit it, and I did. Why? Because God said, those over whom you lord don't belong to you. Therefore, do not lord over my people. I cried like an infant when the Lord showed me that once upon a time. And I apologized to the church when I got there that Sunday morning. What did he do? He's apologized to us like that. I told him what the Lord said. I got clear and clean and free. And now, who the Son sets free is free indeed. And I'm free to speak the truth. I'm free to talk to Gabriel. You ought to be free to talk to Gabriel with faith. You better be. He's the one that has the power to stand before God. That ought to be your ultimate aim and goal, is to be able to stand before God, because we all must appear before the great white throne of God to be judged according to the thing that has been done in our flesh. Thou shalt be dumb and not able to speak until the day that these things shall be performed. Cut off point. Cut off point. Cut off point. Here's an operation. Operation taking place in silence. The prophecy has gone forth already by the angel Gabriel. Here's a man burning incense on the altar, which God says is an abomination to me in the first place. But there's a higher up. But if you notice, out of the hand of the angels. And that's what you got to understand about the knowledge of God, the higher knowledge of God. Because thou believest not my words, which shall be fulfilled in their seasons. Everyone out there need to understand those words about Gabriel and what Gabriel is saying here. Because thou believest not my words, which shall be fulfilled in their season. Take the time and pay attention and listen to those words of Gabriel out there across the world. Because here's one angel that stand before God, and that stand before God. Look what he say here. Pay attention to what he's saying. He's speaking out of his soul here. My words shall be fulfilled, whether you believe them or not, because I'm sent to speak them. Now, if you don't believe them, it do not mean that they're not going to come to pass. You don't like the sun? Go in the house, go into a dark room, close the door, close the blind, wrap a blanket around your head, get under the bed, pull a cover behind you. Guess what? Sun's still shining. All right? Sun's still shining. When anyone is sent, other words, put it this way. God said, when you believe me, you sanctify me. When you believe me, you sanctify me. When you receive me, you empower yourself. Think about that. You empower yourself. My words, which shall be fulfilled in their seasons. God told Abraham, this time next year I'll be back. I'll be back before he went up to bring to pass my word. My word shall not return void. God bless you, global Christian friends. Until next time, we love you. God bless America and the American government and people and pastors.